Congressman Arnie Teves reveals that two high-ranking government officials want him dead. Former Bucor Chief Gerald Bantag is planning to surrender, according to Justice Secretary Boying Remulla. And Filipino-American Grammy winner Bruno Mars is returning to the Philippines for a one-night show in July. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Congressman Arnie Teves reiterates that he cannot return to the Philippines in fear of his life. Speaking to us here on One News Now, Teves confirmed that two powerful people want him dead. He expressed willingness to name at least one of these persons, whom he describes as a high-ranking government official, but only in a Senate hearing.
Dalawa yan sila, pero isa lang yung alam kong nag-order, yung isa sumasakay lang dahil malaki yung utang na loob niya sa isang tao na yan. So kailangan niya sabayan sa gusto mangyari ng isang tao na ito rin yung nag-order na basta siya yung may order. Hindi ko ako pwede magsalita dito dahil pwede akong malibel. Kung Senado sana, nasabi ko to lahat kung pinagbigyan nila ako na tinuloy nila yung sa kanilang imbitasyon.
Congressman Teves also pointed out the seeming lack of credibility of the resource persons who spoke out against him in the Senate hearings. He insists that those who made the allegations presented no evidence to back up the claims.
Ang dali magbigay ng aligasyon. Dapat may pruweba. Dapat may patunay. Sabay dapat din yung mga resource person kine-check muna. May nagsalita doon, di ba? Addict pala, nagsashabu. Paano siya magiging credible kung hanggang ngayon addict pa rin? Di ba? Ganun lang kasimple yun
In other news, Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says that former Bureau of Corrections Chief Gerald Bantag is considering to turn himself in. According to Secretary Remulla, the information came from another cabinet member with whom Bantag discussed his possible surrender. The DOJ chief added that he believes Bantag is still in the Philippines. The former corrections chief and his deputy officer, Ricardo Zulueta, are facing 2 warrants of arrest over the killing of broadcaster Percy Lapid and the death of the middleman inmate June Villamor. In other news, experts are cautioning Filipinos against using public USB charging stations. Chayla Francisco tells us why.
Everywhere you look, Filipinos are always glued to their cell phone. So it is not surprising when their gadgets run out of battery during the day. For some, they use public charging stations in convenience stores, malls, and even airports.
Need namin yung ganito kasi alam mo naman, wala kaming power bank. Hindi pa namin nabili kasi parang wala pa sa budget namin.
Even though full charge ka umalis, pagdating mo sa isang station, hindi may iiwasan, mabilis malobat yung phone. In cases na hindi mo nadadala yung power bank, very reliant pa rin na meron kang sarili mo, ay may masasaksakan ka.
However, cybersecurity experts warn against the use of USB ports in public charging stations as they may become victims of juice jacking. This is a type of cyber attack that uses USB ports to hijack or hack your gadget when connected.
In this specific case, if you're not aware, parang ikaw na yung gumagawa ng trabaho na yon para dun sa mga attacker. If may have access to the phone, pwede silang makakuha ng data, including nga, sabi niyo, mga identity theft, kung ano man yung nakasave sa phone mo na information, or pwede sila mag-install ng mga malware sa phone mo, makikeep track yung mga, halimbawa, accounts and passwords mo sa financial accounts or social media, pati na rin sa mga email address.
Hackers can insert malware or virus into your devices, especially when the port is connected to a network or internet. They can also do this by going to charging stations.
Papalitan nila yung charger, tapos saka nila i-install ulit pabalik.
The Department of Information and Communications Technology says there are still no incidents reported on juice jacking, but they will coordinate with private establishments to advise them on how to protect their charging stations. They are also in contact with telco and internet service providers,
so that they will be able to detect and report to us. And perhaps we can develop like a mandatory disclosure of information and a mandatory notification scheme just in case may ma-detect silang malware activity from any endpoint.
With this, experts advise the public to bring their own charger or power banks and charge your gadgets using power outlets. But if you have to charge using USB ports, remember not to click Allow Access or Sync Device if you receive a notification. Shaila Francisco, WR1 News.
We have more stories for you after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Senators are concerned over the presence of online scam hubs in the country. At the continuation of the Senate inquiry into human trafficking, an Indonesian national with the alias Ridwan told lawmakers that he was trafficked into the country to work as a scammer. Ridwan says syndicates make them use photos of women to attract other foreigners online and later on lure them to invest in fraudulent cryptocurrency investments. The victim is now questioning whether the supposed airport employee who fetched him and the immigration officer who stamped his passport were both part of the scheme.
When he was stamping your passports, did he ask you any questions at all?
No, we have no conversation.
No conversation. So
Yes.
now no conversation even about being a tourist, about visiting the beaches,
No.
the Philippines or anything like that?
And he connected with the man who wearing apple green.
He connected with, how do you mean, what do you mean he connected
They
with the man?
interact with eye to eye.
Meanwhile, the immigration officer claims that he asked Ridwan to present a return ticket. However, there is no CCTV footage of this interaction as the Immigration Bureau's storage capacity only covers 30 days worth of footage. Lawmakers have since given the MIAA and the Bureau of Immigration 1 week to upgrade the memory capabilities of their CCTV equipment. But the BI says they're unable to make any promises.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I could not commit because for 2023, we have no funds for the upgrading of CCTV. Precisely, we're asking the Department of Budget Management for an special release for the CCTVs.
In line with that, the Immigration Bureau is appealing to condominium building owners to report illegal activities of foreigners. This is after it was revealed in a Senate inquiry that several condo units are being used as online scam hubs. Immigration Chief Norman Tansinco warned that building owners who fail to report illegal activities in their domains could get jail time of up to 10 years. And before we go, it's official. Grammy-winning singer-songwriter Bruno Mars is coming back to Manila for a one-night show on June 24 at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan. This was confirmed in a social media post by local promoter Live Nation Philippines earlier this morning. This would be the singer's fourth time performing in the Philippines. Bruno Mars last visited the country back in 2018 for his 24K Magic Tour, featuring songs from his album of the same name that bagged 6 Grammy Awards. The Filipino-American artist is known for the hits Just the Way You Are, Versace on the Floor, and That's What I Like. One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News. All sides, all the time.